although we have a report on the status of the cases that have been filed and investigated by the Department of Justice. As of June 5, 2026, there were 14 cases which were endorsed to the Department of Justice for preliminary investigation. 13 of these have been endorsed already or have been resolved and have been endorsed to the Office of the Ombudsman for approval. Some of them have already been approved, and in fact, some of the cases have already been filed before the appropriate courts. The remaining case before the Department of Justice is one involving former Senator Bong Revilla, Roberto Bernardo, Gerard Opelencia, Henry Alcantara, Corona, Manny Bolosan, Ruel Umali, Arturo Gonzalez for violation of Republic Act 3019 or the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, plunder under Republic Act 7080, and Article 210 of the revised penal code. This case is now just being edited before it will be subjected for review and then for final approval. Apart from these cases, Mr. Chair, there are also Bureau of Internal Revenue cases that were filed against several personalities. There were 20 BIR cases filed with the Department of Justice from 2025 to 2026. Of these cases, 7 have already been filed for information. Have already been filed, and the corresponding information filed in court. 12 have been dismissed, and 1 is submitted for resolution. The remaining case is the one which involves Mark Alan Villamor Arevalo of Wow Builders for violation of Section 254 and 255 of the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997. Also, we would like to report, Mr. Chair, that as of today, covered by the Witness Protection Program of the Department of Justice, are 7 personalities, namely Yusek Roberto Bernardo, Engineer Henry Alcantara, Engineer Gerard Opelencia, Sally Santos, Monica Santos, Vergel Nino Garcia, and Francisco de la Fuente Jr. And lastly, we would like to report, Mr. Chair, that as of today, the amount of people's money recovered and have been turned over to the land bank totals 841,381,500 pesos. That's all for the Department of Justice, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Prosecutor General Fadulion. Just one quick question. Ito pong pagka-file po ninyo ng mga kaso, where did this come from? Is this the result of the Blue Ribbon hearing previous weeks and months?
Well, part of it, sir, were as a result of the investigation or the hearings before the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, which were followed up by the department and by the National Bureau of Investigation. As a consequence of which, cases were filed with the department, and the same were the ones subjected to preliminary investigation, sir.
Thank you, Prosecutor General Fadulion. We now move to the Office of the Ombudsman, Attorney Ravello or Attorney Batu. Do you have any presentation or opening statement?
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Honorable Chairperson. Wala po kaming presentation, but we also have a report. Without going into details po, as doing so might jeopardize our ongoing investigations. But I'm going to report on the complaints received by our office from 2025 and to 2026. So for 2025 po, we have cases under fact-finding investigation totaling to 124. And for 2026, meron po kaming fact-finding investigation totaling to 209. And meron din po kaming undergoing preliminary investigation and administrative adjudication for 2025. 29 po yun, and 2026 meron pong 5. As to the cases filed in courts, for 2025 meron pong isang na-file sa lower court, and then for 2026 tatlo po, 2 sa Sandigan Bayan and 1 with the lower court.
Attorney Bato, quick question lang kasi the people are wondering, parang sobrang bagal na umusad. I mean, the Ombudsman, the Office of the Ombudsman, even the Office of the President was saying, and people are waiting na we want proof na the government is moving and serious in this investigation. Wala pa pong lumalabas. Isa pa lamang po nalabasan ng warrant. Actually, 2 pa lang. The former Senator Revilla and then Senator Jinggoy. The question now of the people is like, kailan po kaya lalabas yung ibang mga warrants? Meron na po ba bang palabas? Because we keep on investigating, we keep on parang puro tayo kwento, pero ala nang pong kwenta, ala nangyayari. Kaya people are really waiting na if this government is serious in its investigation, may mangyayari, then can we expect soon na meron po mga arrest warrants the Sandigan Bayan will issue, I mean, from your office, Attorney Bato?
Your Honor, as these cases are already undergoing preliminary investigation and administrative adjudication before we're going to file the necessary information with the appropriate court. So, I'm not at liberty to say kung ano na po yung mga for filing sa courts or ano na po yung mga kung sino-sino po yung pa-file na ng mga information sa courts.
Go ahead, Senator Bam.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. This question is for the Ombudsman. Ito pong mga affidavits ng ating 18 former bodyguards po ni Zaldico, ito po ba iniimbestigahan rin po ninyo? Kasama ba ito sa nabanggit niyong for fact-finding or preliminary investigation?
I'm not at any liberty to say that, pero from what I know, from my personal knowledge, kasi ako po yung OIC ng Central Records Division, when all documents addressed to the Ombudsman or filed with the Office of the Ombudsman usually undergo evaluation po kasi. So when it was evaluated by our lawyer evaluators and reviewed and approved by our officials, we sent a notice to Attorney Baligod saying that what the office requires is yung tigi-isa pong affidavit for the Marines to declare or to state their personal knowledge dun sa mga statements
Hindi
nila.
po yung kolektibo.
Yes, kasi
Okay.
parang collective, isa lang po yung joint affidavit nilang lahat. So when it was evaluated, sabi po nung lawyer evaluator namin, and then it was reviewed and approved by our officials na parang hindi pwedeng lahat sila, iisa lang ang sinasabi. Kasi yung mga sinasabi nilang dinala nila, ilan lang naman doon ang nandun na present. So others hindi naman din present. So
Okay.
they cannot have a collective affidavit.
Okay, so kung kumbaga po, siniseryoso ninyo itong mga aligasyon na ito at nag-next step kayo, which is to ask for individual affidavits. Tama po yun, Attorney Batu?
Yes, Your Honor.
At nakapag-submit ba ng individual affidavits?
As far as I know, wala pa po.
Okay, kasi dito po sa Blue Ribbon, many of our resource persons have been here for months already. Marami ho talagang paratang. Maraming nabibring up, no? Kadalasan po, mga kasama rin po namin sa legislatura. Kasama namin dito. Pero ang expectation po namin, merong further investigation yan. Para malaman, may corroborative evidence, may further investigation. At syempre po, marami ho dito, maraming sinasabi, marami ring denial, pero yung pinaka mainam talaga, kung talagang totoong iniimbestigahan itong mga to at manggagaling mismo sa mga ahensya, kung meron ba talagang bigat ito o wala. So, sinasabi po ninyo, tinutuloy nyo yung investigasyon, pero hindi pa sila nagsasubmit ng individual affidavit para talagang mahimay at malaman kung meron pa talagang probative value yung kanilang mga statement. Tama po ba yun, Attorney Batu?
Your Honor, basta upon evaluation, we required the handling lawyer, si Attorney Baligod, to please submit individual joint affidavit of
Okay.
the Marines.
Kung makapagbigay po sila ng individual affidavit, o kaya ngayon, kung pumunta po sila dito, may kanya-kanyang testimonya under oath, at nakuha po nyo yon, ano po yung responsibilidad ng ombudsman? Hindi ho ba para imbestigahan pa rin po yan at hanapin yung katotohanan?
Going to the usual process, Your Honor, if it's sufficient in form and substance, yung kanila, if it's in the form of a complaint affidavit, and then it's sufficient in form and substance, pwede po siyang mag-undergo ng preliminary investigation.
At kayo po mismo, attorney, nag-iimbestiga o ipapasa po nyo sa NBI o sa DOJ?
Kami po, pwede po namin investigahan diretso yun. Preliminary investigation din po kasi we have our bureaus doing that.
Okay, so in usual practice, kapag may mga bagong impormasyon, ano po yung proseso po ninyo? Do you forward it to the other agencies for further investigation or kayo mismo yung nag-iimbestiga?
Yung fact-finding investigation po, our office, yung nagkakonduct talaga ng fact-finding investigations. For context po, Your Honor, yung mga sinasubject to fact-finding investigations are those complaint like anonymous na hindi siya sufficient informed but merong mga verifiable leads.
Okay.
So,
At hindi pa yun nagagawa para sa affidavits ng mga 18 bodyguards kasi hindi pa sila nagsasubmit ng individual na affidavit. Is that correct? Yun ba yung tamang proseso?
so yun po ang last namin sa kanila evaluation is for them to submit individual affidavits.
At kung makapag-submit po sila, ano po yung magiging susunod na proseso doon?
It will still be subject to evaluation, Your Honor. So kasi we'll still check kung kumpleto siya, like I said, kung sufficient inform and substance that can go through directly to the preliminary investigation. Kung hindi naman, we can forward it to the Field Investigation Office for the conduct of fact-finding investigation.
Pero hindi pa, I guess kasi Attorney Batu, yung binabato kasi is parang hindi daw pinapansin yung mga ibang testimonya nila o nasa affidavit. Yan yung kanilang binabato ngayon eh. Kaya gusto kong lang malaman, hindi nyo naman sinasara ito. Humihingi kayo ng further affidavit para ma-fact-finding. Kasi lahat po kami dito pwedeng i-fact-finding, di ba? Tama naman po. Attorney Melvin, lahat ng mga pangalang binabanggit, further investigate po ninyo. Kahit congressman yan, senador yan, o kung sino man yan.
Well, tama po yun. Kagaya nga po doon sa sinabi namin, Senator, Mr. Chair, hindi kami makapunta doon sa kanilang aligasyon dahil doon mismo sa kanilang isinabit na affidavit at nung kinuha namin sila ng pahayag isa-isa, ayaw naman din pirmahan. So paano po tayo magtutungo doon sa next step na ipapatawag natin yung mga binabanggit nilang pangalan?
Okay,
Mr. Chair, pwede makasingit
Yes.
with the indulgence of Senator
Go ahead.
Aquino. Bakit kinakailangan individual affidavit? Hindi ba pwede yung grupo sila mag-issue ng affidavit?
Yun na nga po yung binabanggit namin kasi yung probative value po nito mababa. Kasi ang affidavit po dapat base sa yung karanasan, sa sarili mong recollection. Tapos yung pag-identify. Kung maaalala nyo po, base doon sa binanggit ko na report, base sa natapos na report ng aming fact-finding ng task force namin, hinihingan po sila ng mga additional na ebidensya. Hinihingan sila ng kanya-kanyang pahayag, pero binigyan po namin ng sufisyenteng panahon para mag-submitin ito para makaproceed po kami to do a fact-finding dun po sa mga binanggit na pangalan.
Okay, dalawa na lamang. So, nakapag-issue na ba ng kanya-kanyang affidavit itong 18 kargador? Have they issued? Kasi sabi niya pa iba-ibang statement nila.
Yun nga po, sinubject namin sila sa individual question and answer. 5 lang po yung pumirma. Yung 13, pinigilan ni Attorney Balikod na pumirma. Ang gusto pa nga, punitin yung kanila mga naging statement. Ano po. Ngayon, base po, kung tatanungin, enough ba na para mag-imbestiga, hindi po tatayo. Baka mangyari po sa NBI, nagkakaroon kami ng parang fishing expedition para may mga binanggit na pangalan, ay imbestigahan namin. Pero hindi po namin isinasara yung investigasyon. Hanggang ngayon, bukas po yung investigasyon kung meron pong papasok na mga ebidensya na direktang magtuturo o matibay na ebidensya na papasa po doon sa probable cause na tinatawag or reasonable
Okay,
certainty of
yung 5
conviction.
po na nag-execute ng affidavit, individually po yun.
Individually po.
Okay. Ano pong nilalaman ng kanilang affidavit at yun po ba hindi na nagpabago-bago?
Yun yung
O
isa po,
pinanindigan nila kung ano yung unang affidavit na in-issue nila sa inyo?
ang malungkot po doon sa mga pumirma, lumalabas 10% lang po talaga yung parang direktang alam nila. And all the others are hearsay. Lagi nilang itinuturo yung kung sino-sinong personalidad po o nakita nila sa group.
So ano tawag niyo po sa ganong klaseng affidavit na hearsay lang pala, nanunumpa sila na sa buong katotohanan yun ang pagkakaalam nila pero yung pala yung information na yun ay second hand o third hand pala.
Ang hindi
Binigay
po
lang sa
ako
kanila.
nagsasabi, ang Korte Suprema na po nagsasabi na yan yung pinakamababang value ng ebidensya po na hindi po titindig na kahit po baka pag dinala namin sa DOJ or sa Ombudsman ay doon pa lang po sa level na yon, hindi na po pumasok yung kaso. Sa halip na po na tumiba yung kaso doon sa mga binabanggit, halimbawa na meron talagang kinalaman sa anomalya, baka makatulong pa ito para humina po yung kaso na ilalaban.
Okay, noong April 28 po, 2026, isa pong affidavit na in-execute sa Special Action Unit ng NBI, ng isa sa mga kamag-anak ng 18 kargador. Ano po? Now, ready na ho bang NBI na i-present po yung detalye doon sa affidavit na yon na sinasabi nga pong nakatanggap ng 5 million para sa isang false testimony?
Mabuti po na nabanggit nyo yan kasi nangyari nga po yan nung habang nagkakaroon sila ng pagdinig dito, hindi ko alam kung ano pong eksaktong tawag doon, na hawak na po namin yon since April 28 pa. Tapos bumalik pa nga po para ayusin yung kanyang testimonya. Ito po, parang benan po niya yung isa sa miyembro ng 18 bodyguards, ano po, na sinasabi niya, ang pinangako po na kinumbisi sila na sumama, sa pangako na bibigyan ang bawat isa ng 5 milyon. Pero ang sinabi, hindi naman po nabigay pa yung 5 milyon. Ang una sabi, 700,000. Pero ang kabuuan pa lang pala na nabibigay, 350,000.
500 million each dapat.
5 million po dapat bawat
5
isa.
million
5
pesos
million.
each. Pero hindi na ibigay yung 5 million
Wala
each.
pa po yatang naibibigay base po doon sa testimonya nitong manugang nung isa.
Magkano lang pong na-release?
Sabi po
altogether?
doon ito, yung sa personal account po, 350.
Sino po nabigyan ng 250 out of that?
Galing po kay Mike Defensor. At siyempre, kasama po si Atty. Balicod. Yung po yung aming pinapalawak pa. Kaya nga po namin
Pero sino pong nakatanggap nung 350?
yung isang marine po.
Isa lang po.
Isa pa lang po.
So yung
Kasi siya lang
17, wala pa.
Siya lang po yung may recollection.
Okay.
Hindi ko po alam yung sa 17. Ibig sabihin po, Mr. Chair, ang recollection po nito, yun sa pag-uusap nilang dalawa ng kanyang biyenan.
So ibig sabihin kaya po lumantad itong 18 kargador dahil pinangakuan po sila mabibigyan ng 5 million pesos each.
Yun po yung sinasabi ng isa sa miyembro nila. Pero gusto ko po liwanagin, I will take the opportunity na liwanagin kasi narinig ko po, pinapupunta ko rito noon ni Senator Cayetano kasi para daw harapin ko daw si Ginoong Mike Defensor. Alam naman po natin na hindi naman po ganun yung proseso ng isang committee hearing. Ano po. Pero una-una po, hindi naman po ibig sabihin suspect na kagad natin or akusado na si Mike Defensor. Ang NBI po, nag-i-issue po kami ng subpoena, hindi dahil pinagsususpetsahan kayo, kundi as a part of our fact-finding. Inaalam nga po namin, ang sabi ko nga po,
And just a administrative matter to the director. The report, please, and the attachments, including the affidavits of the 6